Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we got, sort of a surprise out of nowhere. The Tech Lord Slug and then the STR Kaioken Goku are getting EZAs. Now, Tech Lord Slug was only just an SSR right here, just level 100 in SSR, but they actually gave him a Dokkan Awakening and an immediate EZA, just like they recently did with that in Final Form Frieza. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and give him the Rainbow Star because I will need him rainbowed and ready to go for the EZA area because, of course, we're going to need to use him in the EZA area itself, right? So, by the way, with Kaioken Goku and now Lord Slug, we're up to 84 EZA units currently in Dokkan. So, that's pretty good, right? Like, that's quite a few. A lot of different variety of, Dokkan exclusives, Saiyans, non-Saiyans, free-to-play units. I think they've done a very, very good job recently with the EZAs and stuff like that, right? So let's go and put the rainbow on him. I gave Slug a mix of crit and additional. I mean, I don't know. Maybe full additional would be a bit better for him. It's hard to say for sure because when you Dokkan Awaken him, he does then get a medium chance to stun, so he could be good in Super Battle World, so maybe multiple chances to stun could be good. But I feel like he'll be able to do decent damage as well, so a mix of crit and additional is what I decided to go through with. Okay, so I'm rainbowing him ahead of time before the EZA area drops. We'll come back and do another part to this video when the EZA area drops, because then his awakening will go live in game. Then I'll awaken him from there, and then the third part of this video will be after I've already fully EZA'd him, and we'll go ahead and test him out on some teams. So we will BRB. Alright, so the Lord Slug EZA area is live, so we can go ahead and Dokkan Awaken our boy Lord Slug. Only takes 20 of these Lord Slug medals from the event. They added in the Kaioken Goku medals and then the Lord Slug medals into the Baba shop a few months ago, probably in anticipation for this event. So, I mean, certain people who were buying up the medals and stuff like that were prepared, right? So, alright, Dokkan Awaken Slug, so now I can actually go into the EZA area. Now, at this point, let me finish the EZA area, fully EZA him, and we'll go ahead and hop into the showcase. Alright guys, so we're here in an event. We have our boy Lord Slug fully EZA'd and ready to go. Now remember that Lord Slug does actually get stronger when going up against multiple enemies. So like right here, so Slug is getting 3 key, 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gets more attack and defense, the more HP remaining, the greater the stats buff, up to a max of 30%, which we should have right here. Yeah, he's at 100k defense, which is pretty good. And then finally, he gets another 30% attack and defense when facing 2 or more enemies. So this is Slug right here, basically with his full passive. Now, I suppose, right, obviously, like, there's better, like, we could have some of his links active, we could have better support. We are going to be able to get a support type buff here from Broly, Chile, and Lemo, however, because remember that, if we get 2 SCR orbs or 2 AGL orbs, they're going to give a 39% attack buff, so that's going to be good. So he's at 1.34 for Lord Slug. That's okay. He does also have that medium chance to stun, which we got right there. Yeah, he's just a solid, like, unit, right? Like, 100k defense, 1.34 million. For, like, a free-to-play unit, it's pretty good. Because remember that this Lord Slug sucked dick before, right? He was just awful. He was trash. Now, he's actually a legitimate unit that you can run. He's a very, like, strong, good free-to-play unit. So they did a really, really good job with that. Again, Dokkan, I think, has been on top of things with the free-to-play units of late. These EZA area units, I know a lot of people don't like EZA areas still, right? Which, makes sense, but, I think the Slug is pretty good. Really the only negative about him I could say is that, like, maybe some of these numbers are a bit too small. Like, an extra 30% attack and defense when facing 2 or more enemies. Like, I feel like they could have bumped that up to, like, 70%. Like, I don't know, maybe then they would have thought he would have been too good against, like, Super Battle Road or something like that. I don't know. Alright, so let's see here. So, now he's going to be linked up with the Giant Lord Slug. I mean, Giant Lord Slug, honestly, isn't really that great anymore. I mean, we'll give him a super attack in slot 1 so we could actually get his passive active. And then Broly, Chile, and Lemo, we will be able to give them their attack buff as well. So we'll go ahead and do this. That will give them the 2 orbs that they need. Yeah, SCR or AGL, either will work. There we go, so they could actually get a super attack as well. Slug, when Slug gets hit, like Giant Lord Slug, that activates his passive. It's like the similar, like, Beerus type passive, right? Where you get hit, and then for a couple of turns, he'll have extra attacking power. Let's see what Giant Lord Slug gets up to. 1.7. I mean, that's solid. I mean, Giant Lord Slug is, over 2 years old now at this point. Honestly, I think we are kind of due for a Lord Slug Dokkan Fest. Like, I know people, what? Lord Slug? No, there's a million other things we need. But it's like, I mean, villains are just so heavily underrepresented in this game anyway. I think Lord Slug, honestly, would be a very fine Dokkan Fest exclusive in October. Because right now I'm recording this, it's July. I don't know when I'm going to be uploading this. Probably soon. I don't, because Lord Slug is new, so I'll probably put this video out pretty soon. But, so, okay, so we got the Kaioken Blue Goku and the Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? They dropped. Then past that, we'll probably get a Dokkan Fest exclusive at the start of August / end of July. I suppose there they could do Lord Slug. I don't think so, because the way it's worked out is the last several years, the unit that's dropped at the end of July / beginning of August has actually directly like had an impact on the download celebration. So, you know, we could get some clue whenever we see what this Dokkan Fest exclusive is going to be. It's still probably going to be a while. You know, it'll drop like July 30th or something like that. The next Dokkan Fest exclusive, I presume. But then typically, like that first Dokkan Fest after the download celebration is like a big, huge drop off in hype, right? Like 2 years ago, it was the Transforming Boo. And then last year, of course, it was Future Gohan. Future Gohan, of course, is still very, very good. All right, so Metal Cooler is like gonna be like pretty much Lord Slug's best friend, by the way, because Metal Cooler is gonna have the important attack links, right? He's got Nightmare, he has Thirst for Conquest. I don't think that the Int Metal Cooler does not have Big Bad Bosses, though, correct? He does not, but I think Physical Lord Slug does. So if we take enough damage right here, we can activate Big Bad Bosses as well. That's not enough damage. Yeah, it's not enough. Well, after this cooler at his EZA, he's just been so damn good, right? So let's see what Lord Slug does right here. And after this, we'll probably head over to the STR Cooler team, 1.42. So this Slug has been pretty consistent the whole way through. You know, he does have that Namekian link, by the way, which is a healing link. So that's going to be pretty good if, you know, when he's linked up with, like, Giant Lord Slug. And then also on top of that, this Slug does heal when HP is below 30%. Could be good in Super Battle Road. I feel as though this Tech Slug could be a pretty good option for Extreme Tech Super Battle Road. I mean, because Extreme Tech is like has the lowest amount of choices for characters that there pretty much is. So, all right, now let's head over to that STR Cooler team. All right, so now we're on the STR Cooler team. Pretty much any unit that can fit on this team, this is where they're going to look the best. I mean, 122k, not bad. Obviously, we have the Extreme Tech 50% support Cell, who's going to work very, very well here. Wow, links. I mean, what healing link is that? Is that, oh, Metamorphosis. Yeah, Slug has Metamorphosis and Namekian. So Metamorphosis will allow him to heal with Janemba, STR Cooler. Several different units have got that, right? Okay, so I'm going to try and not finish this Cooler off if possible. We will see, though. But, I mean, Slug, this is a pretty good turn right here. 122k defense. Like, I feel like this Slug is going to be very, very powerful even in that Prime Battle Goku EZA area. He's going to be very, very important, so that's good. All right, so we greatly lowered his attack. 1.55 million. Not bad, not bad. That's decent. That's definitely decent. We got the crit right there. Ooh, and he's probably going to finish. Okay, so this Metal Cooler is probably going to get finished off. Maybe. Don't do anything crazy, Cooler. Are you... Dude. Yeah, this is why showcases sometimes are just annoying and bothersome, right? Because it's like, all right, so we got double additional supers right there. Now, what's this rotation going to be? All right, so we got Skitty Boo's going to come out right here. Basically, all I want to make sure is that there's 2 enemies next. So, I mean, as long as we don't go absolutely balls to the wall crazy here, we should be good to go. I am going to go ahead and use a King Yama right here. Well, actually, no, I don't have Kibble in this rotation. Who's coming in next rotation? Is it Cooler? Okay, Metal Cooler, second form Cell. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, cool. All right, so I actually do want to get a super attack with Skinny Boo just because I don't really get a chance to use him too often. But after that, we're not going to go crazy with super attacks. Definitely not. And then we're going to have Kid Boo attack STR Cooler right there. Bam. That's the way we're going to do this. Skinny Boo is a pretty good unit. I actually wish he had a bit more defense. You know, he can dodge, but it's not a great chance. You know, he does have his damage reduction, but it's not very high. He doesn't have defense. You know, he can hit hard. He can seal. I don't know. Skinny Boo is like, he should have been a bit better because honestly, he's very, very comparable to Zamasu. I think Skinny Boo and Zamasu are they're almost exactly the same unit, pretty much, like for how they're going to get the job done. Obviously, the Super Boo, his next transformation is light years better than the transformed Zamasu. But like the first two forms, like, I don't know, like Skinny Boo and Zamasu are comparable, and that definitely shouldn't be the case since they came out in the same time slot, just a year apart, right? Okay, so this is definitely what we want to do. We want to have Lord Slug, of course, linked up with Metal Cooler. Let's see what his defense is right here. 154k is very good. That's very, very powerful. We have his full passive active here, basically, because, you know, we're at, like, full health. We're fighting multiple enemies. This is also a great rotation for him, you know, with Metal Cooler giving 30% attack, plus, you know, Nightmare, Thirst for Conquest, stuff like that. We have second form Cell, who, of course, is giving the 50% attack and defense as well. So this is really good for Slug. 1.9 million, got the medium chance to stun. Defense is going to be pretty solid as well. I don't think we should really have to worry about this man taking damage. Not bad, not bad. I'm impressed with Slug. I think Slug is fine. You know, certainly we could use a Dokkan Fest version of Slug. I think they can make old Lord Slug, who's not even in the game right now, transforming Dokkan Fest one. The only thing is, neither the Giant Slug or the this Tech Slug, neither of them have Fierce Battle. Both of them are actually whatchamacallit units. They're both Shattering Limit units. So that, I guess, is something that will be a bit unfortunate, you know. We'll see. I mean, because Slug does have a lot of the, like, Nightmare, Thirst for Conquest, Big Bad Bosses. I mean, those are very common, not necessarily pertaining to, like, Lord Slug exclusive links or anything like that. So Slug is going to work good with, you know, a lot of just the strong villain type units. So I think he will actually be fine. But, all right, so we got a pretty good look at our boy Lord Slug. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our boy's details. All right, so this is Namekian Mutation Lord Slug. His leader skill is the Namekian category Key 3 and 77% of stats, or Tech type Key 3 and 50% of stats. So, you know, pretty much the same sort of like EZA free-to-play, you know, leader skills we expect to see. His super attack is the Darkness Twin Star, which does supreme damage, lowers defense, and has a medium chance of stunning the enemy. The medium chance is 30%, which is good. You know, sometimes it can be 25, sometimes it can be 30. Being 30% is obviously more ideal. His passive skill is Eternal Dominance, which gives him 3 key and 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. That key is pretty important, by the way, because Slug is not good in area of key links. So hopefully a Dokkan Fest Slug or something like that will also be giving himself key in this manner. Then he gets an additional attack and defensive buff up to 30%. The more HP remaining, the greater the stats buff. And then he gets an additional 30% attack and defense when he's facing 2 or more enemies. And then he also recovers 30% HP whenever HP falls below 30%. So that will be good for Extreme Tech, Extreme Super Battle Road. This guy is definitely going to be a nice help to Extreme Tech because there's just so few units to run, right? His links are Namekian, Nightmare, Metamorphosis, Thirst for Conquest, Big Bad Bosses, Demonic Ways, and Shattering the Limit. Now, Demonic Ways, this used to be the link called Demon. Global recently updated several links, and Demon has now become Demonic Ways. I mean, I understand why, because, you know, there is the Kid Gohan on there, so it's, like, very weird that it's called just, like, Demon, right, with Kid Gohan on there. But, you know, some of the links they made a little bit closer to the original Japanese translation. Slug's 12 key multiplier is 140%. That's what we see from these free-to-play units like this. That's nothing really too surprising there. And then finally, our boy Slug is on a number of different category teams. He is going to be good on a lot of these teams because, again, Slug does have a good link set. Really, like, you swap out Shattering Limit for Fierce Battle, and his link set is actually very, very good for these teams that he's on. So he's here on the Movie Bosses team, which has had some strong additions to it lately. What's funny is I do feel like the Movie Boss team could get new units because a lot of them are very, very old, but the team is just still so ridiculous. And then, like, you know, STR Janemba and Physical Final Form Cooler are coming up on EZA soon, so, you know, that's going to be absolutely insane, right? Just pure insanity. Then he's also, of course, over on the Namekian team. Good that the Namekian team can get a buff. Any new Namekians that come out, any stronger versions, we need that. We need so much of that to buff that Namekian team. He's also over here on the Time Traveler team, I believe. Isn't he? No, this is Dragon Ball Seekers. Slug is on the Dragon Ball Seeker team. This is good because there's not really a million units that are going to end up on this category team, so any units added onto here is good as well. He's also over here on the Terrifying Conqueror team. This team is going to continue to improve massively as characters like Demon King Piccolo, you know, Deborah, Slug, you know, Vegeta and Nappa from the Saiyan Saga, Bojack. A lot of these characters, you know, Frieza from Namek. A lot of these characters are going to be getting better versions. So this Terrifying Conquerors category will be stronger in the future. And then finally, Slug is down here on the Inhuman Deeds category. Not a great name for the category, but whatever. You know, Diabolical Villain was fine. But yeah, the Inhuman Deeds category, he's on here. I mean, this team will get a lot better once we get an actual leader. But just like Terrifying Conquerors, it will improve a lot. So let me know what you guys think of our boy Slug. Definitely a nice little EZA that they gave him because they turned a completely fodder free-to-play unit into one that's actually usable. So that, of course, is good. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.